distinguished guests, my fellow creatives, lovers of words and rhythm, good afternoon, everyone. There are gatherings and there are moments that define generations. This afternoon in Kebbi is one of those moments. I'm deeply honored to stand here, not only as the managing director of the Nigerian Film Corporation, but as a man who has lived long enough to know that sometimes words heal faster than policies. Before I begin, allow me a small experiment. Maybe my mic may mime my mind. That's my humble attempt at alteration and perhaps my ticket into your poetic circle this afternoon. I hope I've earned my place as a poet, at least for this afternoon. The meaning of our theme today, poetry, a language in harmonious dialects, could not have come at a better time. Because truly, what is poetry if not the bridge between difference and understanding? Nigeria speaks in over 500 tongues. Yet, poetry teaches us that meaning doesn't depend on vocabulary. It depends on listening. Through poetry, Hausa can understand Igbo without translation. Through poetry, Yoruba can dance with Kanuri, and Fulfilde can hum beside Efik. Because in poetry, the soul translates faster than the tongue. And let's remember that harmony is not everyone sounding the same. It is everyone being heard with the same respect. That is what this theme invites us to rediscover. Not uniformity, but unity. When society lose their poets, they lose their mirrors. Because poetry doesn't just describe life, it interprets it. It tells the truth politics avoids, paints the beauty statistics can't measure, and preserves the stories time would have erased. That is why across our continent, poets have always been the guardians of memory. I come from film and you come from words, but really we drink from the same stream. A filmmaker writes with light, a poet writes with sound. Both of us chase emotions and both of us translate life. A great film is a visual poem. Every scene is a stanza. And a great poem is a film of the soul, and every line is a frame. That is why the Nigerian Film Corporation is eager to build bridges between poets, scriptwriters, and filmmakers. Because whether through verse or camera, what we're really doing is documenting our identity. Permit me to also commend my daughter. She's my favorite. Mariam Bukar Hassan Al-Hanizm, whose words have taken her from the streets of Kaduna to the stage of the United Nations as a global peace advocate. Through poetry, she's shown that peace can be performed before it is achieved. And countless others, young, unknown, uncelebrated writings in dorm rooms, in marketplaces, in the quiet corners of their hearts, using poetry to build Nigeria together, one verse at a time. So what must we do now? First, preserve it. Every poem in local dialect is a national treasure. Let us record them, archive them, and make them accessible to generations yet unborn. Through the Nigerian Film Corporation, we're open to collaborations that will document spoken word performances, turning them into short cultural films that live beyond applause. Second, spread it. A poem in Hausa should not end in Sokoto or Kebbi. It should travel to Enugu, Akure, Calabar. Translation must become a movement, because when words travel, peace travels with them. Thirdly, sustain it. Let there be mentorship for young poets. Let schools host poetry corners. Let government, the private sector, and institutions like ours, the NFC, fund creative projects that keep poetry alive. To every poet here this afternoon, please remember, you are not just wordsmiths, you are witnesses. You do not only rhyme, you remind. Every poem you write is an act of resistance against forgetting. Each performance is a mirror held up to a distracted world. So keep writing, keep speaking, and keep making silence very uncomfortable. And here is my challenge to all of you. Before you leave Kebbi, write one short verse in a dialect that isn't yours. Let that be your gift to unity and prove that understanding is an art we can all learn. Thank you, Kebbi. Thank you, poets. And thank you for reminding us that poetry isn't just what we write, it is how we choose to live. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day ahead.